Good morning. Welcome to our podcast, Hangout the Podcast. This is our very first episode, and it is going to be an inspirational one. It is going to be worth every single second you spend with us on this podcast. And before we start, please like, share, and follow, because it is going to be a weekly event here on Live the Podcast. We are going to be dropping real gist for the youngsters, young guys, teenagers. So if you're a mother out there, you would like to be part of this. If you're a young person, if you are a millennial, an older generation, you will also like to join this podcast, because there is going to be a hot take. There are going to be a revisiting of your past memories and some mistakes you've made, how to caution it. This will help everyone all together. So it is not age sensitive. I think everybody is welcome to join. So now, before we start, there is a question that have always been on my mind while growing up. And that question is, why are some people rich and some people are poor? Even in developing countries like Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, there are extremely rich people and there are extremely poor people. They all live in the same country. Not that they are abroad. They all live in the same country. They have access to the same time, 24 hours of the day. And then, while growing up, I've heard some of my friends, when we were in primary school, secondary school, ask that question: why didn't my father make it? What did my father do wrong? Why didn't he make it? Why are we poor? Now, this video, the topic of this podcast now is to analyze why some people are poor and why some are rich. And it is specifically for the young generation, the Gen Zs. So if you are from the age, if you're a guy and you're from the age of 17 to 25 years, you might want to come closer and pay attention. And everybody can watch it. There must be something you can take home from this video. Now, first, while growing up, I noticed that the rich family pay more attention to the company their kids keep. So back then in my village, when those rich family come back for Christmas celebration, we find out that they don't usually allow their children to play with us. Yeah? Their children are always in their compound playing alone with other rich kids. Their rich relative, like, they didn't really allow them to associate with us. Reason is because the rich understand that connection, investing in relationship and connection is number one form of investment anybody can have. So they chose who their children roll with carefully. So, for instance, 95% of my core best friends now are the people from my primary school, secondary school, university, and from my neighborhood, my friends from my neighborhood while I was growing up. And that is why you will now find out that the rich take their children to those expensive schools. Those expensive schools doesn't necessarily mean that they teach what other schools don't teach. No, sometimes the normal regular school where everyone goals sometimes teach more than those expensive school. But the catch there that people don't understand is this: the expensive school is there to separate Paul from Barnabas. What am I talking about? The expensive school is there to filter the society, and then to make sure that their children mix up and grow up with the children of people that matter a lot in the society. Then now they grow up with those children as their friends, their classmates, their best friends, their bestie, and all of that. And that is why you will find out that most of those rich children, if you ever come in contact with them, all the conversation will be, yeah, senator so and so, yeah, he used to be my dad's classmate, and then governor this and that, his son was my classmate. Yeah, we spoke the other time I visited the US. They have that connection. So no matter how useless they ever get, they always have a reasonable contact on their speed dial to fall back to. No matter where they find themselves, they always have their friends at good positions. So like they have that insurance that nothing will go wrong in their life. Now, those of us from poor background who started life like starting a match 4 goals down. Like we are starting a match and the opposing team is already leading us 4 goals down. Yeah. So this video is for you. So if you're a young guy, you are from a poor background, you are 17 years and above. First, learn a skill. I beg you, with everything you hold dear. Once you are from 16, 17, learn a skill. Forget all the hypes about university, go to the uni, get the best degree. Learn a skill. Yeah? Because when hoof comes to shove, the only sure way of survival that you've got is your skill and not your degree. This is a truth that my generation didn't understand. We didn't see it. We knew it, but we didn't pay attention to it. Learn a skill. In fact, learn as many skills as possible. And when I mean a skill, as a young boy from a poor background, I don't mean go learn tech, go learn AI. No. Start from the basic ones. Learn plumbing. Learn electricals. Above all, learn how to drive. Whether you are from a rich home, poor home, and if you're a young boy, 17 years coming up, from 16 coming up, go learn how to drive. Learn how to drive. Depending on your country's policy, if your country's minimum is 18 years, okay, no problem. You'll have to wait till you are 18, you learn about. As early as you are allowed to start driving in your country, learn how to drive. Why? Because driving skill is one of those skills that it will feed you forever. No matter how low you are, if you're a driver, you will always get a job. At least to keep ends meeting before you find your feet. Yeah? Getting a driving job is one of the easiest jobs to get. Especially in developing country like Nigeria. If you're a driver, getting a driving job is one of the easiest. First, learn how to drive. Be a good driver. Then learn plumbing, learn woodwork, carpentry, learn electricals. Learn those craft skills. Learn automobile mechanic if you're a young boy in Nigeria. I'm not saying that going to university is bad. No. It is a terrible mistake that my generation made. They went to university first before learning a skill. Now, if you go to the university first, you've given university 4 to 5 years of your life. So if you were 17 years and then you finish from secondary school and go straight to the university, by the time you finish your university and do your national service, you are almost close to 30 years. And by that time, your family will be expecting you to start contributing. Like a responsibility will be creeping up from all corners. And then you will be trapped in the rat race of looking for a job. Then you will join millions of people looking for just a few jobs that can pay you crumbs. You can avoid that by learning a skill. When you learn a skill, you become your own boss before you turn 22. You start providing. You start getting your own money before you turn 22. Now, if you later want to go to the university, you'll be going to the university as a boss. So when you finish your university, it will give you a sense of direction. You already know why you are going to the university. Most of us went to the university without knowing why we are going to the university. When you learn a skill, you start touching your own money. It will give you a sense of direction. Now, this is the skill I learned. I'm already making my money. What would I like to study in the university to further develop this skill? You're not going to the university to further develop yourself. You are not going to the university to graduate and then start looking for what to eat. No, you've already conquered what to eat. You are going to the university to further develop that your skill to become your university is going to be like an upgrade. That is one thing that my generation missed. And a lot of us, almost 90% of my generation, are trapped in that rat race of working, including myself, working from one job to the another, hopping from one job to another, trying to make ends meet. No settled life. Now, if you're from a rich family, you have access to funds. Learn a tech skill. Because I won't really say, okay, go learn plumbing. You can learn plumbing as a rich kid and still do it in a big way. You can learn fashion designing as a rich kid. Yeah? But you have access to funds. Your parent can afford to pay for any tech class you want. Make use of that opportunity. Go into tech, go into AI languages, coding languages, go into tech, go into AI. Your money is your money. Your parents' money is your parents' money. Your parents' money can never be your money because you will always need to ask before you get it. Your money is your money. You don't need to ask. It's your money. You made it. And there is that sense of fulfillment when you are making your own money.